Narcissist Friday. We're gonna wait for some people to get in here. Hopefully, everyone is having an amazing day. Did it start the stream? Yeah, it started the stream. We're good to go. We have started. So, a couple of things that I want to talk about. We have some good stuff coming up over the next few days. I believe Narcastic has her somatic workshop, somatic healing has her workshop, and we have some great things. I'm actually working on another project. Of course, always with the free resources. That's very important that I always have those out there for everyone to actually find a little bit of balance, to find a little bit of support. I think too many people get lost in the idea of they're in this by themselves. And that is really not true at all. You're not in this by yourself. As we have proven over the last couple of weeks, that yeah, there's people that have gone through this. There are people that are willing to help. There are people that want others that are going through this to get some kind of clarity, some kind of understanding, because I get it. This feels like something that shouldn't happen to anyone at all whatsoever. But yeah, we try to constantly, I thank Narcastic for actually setting up her somatic workshop. That is this Saturday. You need to follow her so that you can get an invite. It will be held via Zoom. And thank you, everyone that's joining. People are actually coming into the room. I'm happy. I am excited. So we're going to be talking about the initial love bombing. That's the thing that actually got us trapped. And we're going to break it down so that everyone has a super clear understanding of it. If you see me looking away, it is because this is a multi-stream. It is being streamed at the same time to YT and FB. I think everyone should have a chance to uh, get this information. I tend to go Monday through Fridays at 2 p.m. unless something like super crazy comes up. And then I try to go live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. It just continues the conversation, and it gives us a chance to actually answer questions that might not have been answered in the first session, and to also give the opportunity for people to think about what was discussed in the first session and bring their questions to the table. Uh, I think most of the people that show up on this panel, I'm not going to say they're experts at this, but usually when you go through narcissistic abuse and you actually heal, you do become somewhat of an authority on this. You do get an understanding of this, and you can help others get that same understanding. I want to thank all you guys that have popped in. I appreciate you. Go ahead and share this out. We're going to be getting started, and I guess nowish. I think I've done my little ramble session enough. So let's talk about love bombing. Okay, love bombing creates an accelerated emotional bond through intensity. And if you've gone through the narcissistic dynamic, or you're just starting to understand that you are in a toxic dynamic, more than likely, I'm going to bet 100% of the time it started with love bombing. That thing that sometimes they say you were swept off of your feet. Well, here's the deal. You were swept off of your feet. You were swept off of your feet by yourself. All of the things that you shared with the narcissist, and we do this often, the first date, the first real conversation, if we feel that we're drawn to this person, we tend to share pieces of ourselves. um, the narcissist, on the other hand, in hindsight, actually wants more than just pieces. They want a breakdown. If you mention one thing, they're like, go on, explain. That's done for a reason, okay? Because again, everything that the narcissist does is intentional, okay? It serves a purpose, it's a means to an end. So you'll be sharing parts of yourself, and you might be taken aback a little bit because you're sharing like a brief story from your childhood, or a goal that you're still trying to reach and you haven't accomplished yet, and they'll tell you to go on. Well, why haven't you accomplished it? What's holding you back? And they start getting more and more personal. However, now this is the strange part. It's a conversation. You'll start to notice that you're only getting surface level information. It's akin to, I grew up in the projects. So like there were 7 floors in my building and about 20 apartments per floor. There were people that I knew them by name, I knew what apartment they lived in. However, I only knew surface level stuff about them. Okay? And sometimes that's not a bad thing, especially in New York. That's really not a bad thing. Um, so what happens is you're not paying attention, but again, you feel that you're attracted to this person, so you're sharing more and more and more. In the love bombing stage, this is called data mining. Okay, what they're doing essentially is they're cataloging everything that you tell them, because in their mind, because remember, they have been doing this for years. In their mind, this can be used as leverage. This can be used as a weapon. This can later be used to hurt this person. Okay, so it's a very, very intentional thing. Don't think it's done by mistake. And again, in hindsight, looking back, you're saying to yourself, well, why did I share all that information? Especially if you find yourself in a devaluation stage or the discard stage, all the stuff that you told them in the beginning actually becomes weaponized. It becomes a way to hurt you. It becomes a way to devalue you. So another thing, and I like to back up everything that I talk about via research. Another thing that we notice is research shows rapid intimacy increases dopamine and oxytocin levels. So here's the deal. We've all heard that thing when you're in love, you have butterflies in your stomach and you're walking on cloud nine, and all you can do is think about this person. That's due to the chemicals that are being shot through your body. Again, part of the illusion that the narcissist impresses upon you is that you've met someone who's safe. You've met someone who mirrors a lot of what you think, a lot of what you feel. And essentially, you've been looking at yourself, because you'll notice in the initial stages, you say you like this, all of a sudden they like it. You say that you like to do this, oh my God, I love to do that too. I've been doing that most of my life. You say you like this food, they say, I love that food. I love it. So what happens is your guard starts to be basically, the alarms go off. The alarms begin to go off. Hi, everyone. Hey, Knock Talks. The alarms begin to go off. And you're not paying attention to them. You're not, because you got so much dopamine and whatever it is going through your body, and you feel really, really good. You do. And again, you're looking at yourself, because this has become essentially the person that you've been looking for your whole life, which is you. This is you. So no alarms are going to go off. Something is a little bit off. Things are moving too fast. But again, we're looking at this whole dopamine rush, and then we're looking at the fact that this person is just like me. So this is usually the first step in becoming tracked. Okay, so you've got a couple of things going on. You have intensity. Okay, you've got super fast intensity. This person's holding your hand, holding doors for you. This person is making you feel seen. For the first time in a long time, you feel seen. So with that being said, the tactics that they're using, the excessive attention. I mean, come on. They are there for you. As far as your mind is concerned, this person is exactly what I needed. And what I say by exactly what I needed, we find that, usually we've gone through either two things. We've gone through a rough patch that we've actually overcome. So maybe some of us had, substance abuse issues, or maybe some of us had, going to the tavern too much issues, or things that we have actually overcome. So we're kind of feeling good about ourselves, and we want to share that with someone. So essentially, as empaths, we're kind of looking for our soulmate, if that makes sense. We're kind of looking for that person to complete us. The narcissist plays on this. They play on this from the very beginning. Nartos, would you like to? Because I've been in here by myself. My mouth is dry. How you doing today?
I'm good. The sun is shining. Ready to talk about some narcissistic dynamics.
Yeah.
Because I love your lives. These are great. Come up with some good topics. I was just thinking about that. I just watched a video of someone reenacting what they went through with a narcissist, and it is so calculated. Because when they're love bombing you, you think you think, wow, this is my soulmate. This is my one. This is my person. They understand me.
Right.
And then so what do? We open up and we start sharing our most deepest secrets.
Yes.
And then eventually what they do is they use those calculatedly against us. Yeah. When push comes to shove, they will use those against you. And they know your pain points. They know exactly what they're doing when they love bomb you. I think it's all just to extract information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
you're right.
Don't ever share anything
too soon. Too soon, because again, we feel that. And thank you, Divine, for joining, and thank you so much for the heart me. I appreciate you. We find very quickly, and this is where we sometimes blame ourselves, because when we find the stuff that we shared in confidence, the things that we said to them because we thought that they were our soulmate, okay, when it gets used against us, we soon realize, like, well, I gave them that information.
Yeah.
I'm the one that supplied them with the little projectiles to put inside of the stick.
That's so true.
It's crazy. And I think this is one of the things, because it soon switches. Okay. The narcissist does this on purpose, and I'm going to tell you why. Because again, this is calculated. They know already what they're going to do. Okay. You don't know, but they know. So the next stage in their life cycle as a parasite is always, the next stage is always what? The devalue stage. Okay. This is when they know that you are hooked. As soon as they know that you are skin in the game, 10 toes in the ground, hooked, you walking around every day saying, oh my God, I love you, baby. How come I didn't find you sooner? How come you didn't appear in my life? Name a year. We're doing all of this stuff, but as soon as we find ourselves hooked, everything changes. Everything changes. And if you look back, no cap, as the kids would say, everything changes. Then you start getting what I call darts. You get the subtle jabs. You get stuff that you said in confidence thrown up in your face. You become the most incompetent person on this planet.
Yes. You never listen, You never listen to me is what they say, like, when are you going to learn? When are you going to learn? It's like, oh, wow. And then they act like they're offering so much to you.
Exactly. Notice that in the love bombing stage, I'm going to tell you something that even I have learned in hindsight. 99.999% of the time, the narcissist comes into your life with nothing. They will leave your life offering you nothing. There will be nothing there. There is nothing there. You are an object. Whatever supply that they need, whatever they need to, in their mind, elevate their life, be it your status, be it your finances, be it a roof over their head, be it a meal every night, be it whatever, their main goal is to drain all of that from you. Guaranteed. That is what the devaluation stage is mostly based on. Now we begin to drain you. I have never spoken to anyone via Zoom conference or anything, okay, or live or anything else, where people can say, well, the narcissist wasn't that bad. At the end of the relationship, at least I gained this. The only thing you gain is when you heal, you get awareness so you don't end up in this ish again. Guaranteed.
Yeah, the only thing you gain is a position of where you feel so messed up, down and out, not yourself, that you realize I have to do something about this.
Yeah.
That's the only, and that's nothing that they gave you. That's not
right.
That's something they try to defeat you.
Right. That was actually your survival instinct kicking in, saying once you heal, and again, it's imperative on you healing, because just like I spoke about earlier, I think it was last week, you'll find that you keep on attracting these people. That's not by mistake. Don't get that wrong. That is not by mistake. These people keep on being attracted to you because they see the greatness in you. And I can't say that enough. Like I've said constant on these lives, you've overcome something, you finally got your life together, you're happy, you're beaming, you're showing that you're satisfied with your life right now. And yes, there might be a few issues, there might be a few things wrong, but it doesn't compare to the chaos that the narcissist brings into your life. Look at your life before them, before the love bombing, before you got hooked, and when you finally detach. Again, we go with the 100%. I can guarantee that you end up worse off.
Yes.
After they go. I can guarantee it. And people still think that, again, the love bombing is what instills that thing that I talk about all the time. Hope. That's the main purpose of it. Get information, and how they get you on the hook is you are so taken in by the love bombing stage that there is always a little drop of hope that keeps you stuck, that keeps you right the hell there, even though your whole body is screaming, get the hell out, get out now. And we again, it's our brain, it's our mind playing tricks on us. We keep on looking back to that initial first couple of months, or in some cases, first couple of weeks. And we look at this, and like I said yesterday, we have this selfish thing about us, and we have to admit it. We're not trying to make this person a better person for the rest of the world. We're trying to get them back to the beginning for ourselves. So hope springs eternal. You know that this person is a piece of crap. So why are you holding on to hope? To make them better for the rest of the universe? Or to make them better for yourself? You got to think about that. Narcastic, is here. Thank you for coming in. And thank you, User 360, Patricia, Groovy, Peaches. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I appreciate you. I know Nartalks, I talk about hope so much, and I do. But that was what kept me stuck. And Narcastic is in the house. What's up, Narcastic?
Hello.
What's up, Narcastic?
Hello, family.
Yeah.
How's it going? What are y'all talking about today?
Well, we're talking about the empath trap, the initial love bombing. That's what gets us hooked. That's what keeps the situationship with the narcissist hinges on how well they did phase one. Okay, which it is. Do you agree or disagree? Talk to me.
Oh man, he had me. I was one of the simmering on the back burner supplies, because he was in a relationship when I first met him, like at the end of 2021, early 2022. And so every 6 months he would call me and we would talk for hours, and we seemed to have everything in common. So of course, when that relationship ended, he picked right up with me, and the love bombing, they come up at that point, then they've got the green light to lay it on thick,
Yeah.
And they are working hard at it. Yeah. They really are. I don't think it's fun for them to do. And I can't imagine. It must be exhausting to have to pretend to be something and love something that you don't in order to entrap it,
Yeah. And don't forget, you're probably not People have to remember the narcissist is an endless pit. So I don't know how they do it, but they can juggle multiple lives. So while they're love bombing you, they're grooming somebody else. They're starting phase one with somebody else. They're trying to keep as many people hooked because if you as the empath for some strange reason come out of the fog too soon, again, we've got to feed an endless pit.
Mm-hmm.
And so empaths, and this is where we get stuck. Empaths, we actually interpret this as deep connection because of how we're wired. So we look at the narcissist and we're saying, "Oh my God, you like all the stuff that I like. Oh wow, you're using my phrases. You now drink what I drink. Oh wowsies." You're exactly what I've been looking for. And then when they get to the evaluation stage and they start pulling the rug from up under you, you're trying to get them back there. Not understanding that there never existed. The word there, okay, was actually a tactic. And if you've gone through this, there's no way you can deny it. And if you can deny it, please put it in the comments. We got a lot of comments here.
They were grinding in the beginning, and then at the devaluation stage, they know it's your turn to grind and work for them, and they love it.
Yep. You will find
they love watching you struggle.
Yes. And Harley, thank you for joining. Harley says, I relate to this with my father. Yes, that is a dynamic. Narcissism, you'll find that it's in families. This is how the narcissist is forged. Thank you so much, Divine. I appreciate you. You're awesome-ish. They're jumping into a new Ferris wheel. Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. And Andy Green, thank you for joining us and watching. And yeah, guys, put it in the comments if you have experienced this or if you disagree with myself, Narcotics and Narcastic. It's a safe space. Go ahead and let us know your thoughts because there's too many of us running around thinking that we can bring this person back around. And this is why
people please our way into them turning back to who they were when we first met them.
Right.
The version that we thought loved us.
Yes, exactly. I couldn't put it any better. We have.
I like how
Harley, yeah, I think it is.
Haley Ramirez says they're jumping onto a new Ferris wheel. That is so theme centered. I love the theme because it's the circus or the carnival, and these are carnies. They're out to get your goods. They'll trick you. They'll use psychology on you to get you to give them all your money. I used to work at a carnival for it was 2 weeks, and I realized when I got there, I was like, I am not a carny. We need to get out of here as soon as possible because they were really talented in getting people to feel like shit about the fact that they couldn't, make that move and win that prize, and that they were very calculated. So yeah, these are definitely like carnies.
Yeah, thank you for sharing a lot, Devon. Yeah, what do you have to say about that now, Cassie?
And what are carnies? They're rip-off artists.
Yeah,
right? Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's what the narcissist is.
Talented at that.
Yeah.
Because how do you get someone to spend so much money just to get a prize that's just polyester stuffed with more polyester?
Yeah.
So and I watched the guy try to break people down psychologically, and I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. And I was like, I can't do this. I was at the ring toss, so people would throw the rings and try to get the goldfish.
Oh, that's
and
great.
That was a good starting point for someone like me who wasn't able to try to destroy someone's ego in the process. At the end, I was giving away fish. I'm like, here, have them.
Right.
Have these fish.
Right.
Anyway, go ahead.
No, you're right. We have to look at it, and I'm glad you brought that up because we look at carnies, we look at con men. We look at people, this is the way they survive, or as the kids will say, this is the way they eat. I'm not saying that this is right, but to actually, I mean, a con man usually takes people's life savings. You know, Bernie Madoff took people's life savings. People just don't know what to do after they retire now because Bernie made off with their money. You said the carnival person, they just try to get people to spend their money so that, you know, they don't care, they got nothing to eat when they get home. They just want their money. That's how they survive. That's how they eat. However, the narcissist, it's not as simple as that. Okay, it's survival. It's survival for their identity, their fractured identity. So yes, they go seeking empaths, people that they can hurt. You know, and I don't know anybody that wakes up in the morning that considers themselves a normal human being that says, how can I hurt the person next to me today? And this is literally what goes through their mind. How can I hurt this person to make myself feel just a little bit more superior? What chaos can I drop into this person's lap just so I can watch them running around trying to fix a problem that basically they shouldn't even worry about? You know, how can I get this person to fall more in love with me as I am literally pushing them away? I don't think too many human beings without a disorder wake up with that thought on their minds. Do you think?
No. I mean, these guys do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely, and I think it's all just a little power plays all day long to get you to give up your inner strength and your inner power, because as soon as they can take that, as soon as you give that over, I mean, that's the last thing you could ever give over is your inner power. But they'll take that. They'll take everything. They'll take your family, your home,
your identity.
They'll take all your good relationships. Yeah.
Your job.
Yep, your job. They will.
Yeah.
They will destroy every little thing, and it's to get you at a place where you have no power and you're down and out, and that way they can control you easier.
They can control you easier from afar, because part of the reason why they constantly creep your pages, why they constantly follow you on social media, because again, we're dealing with a person with a disorder. They're not checking up on you because they care about you. They're checking up on you to see if you're broken. They're
gauging where you're at right now.
Yes.
At all times.
Seeing if you have money in your pocket.
Yeah. So you got to throw them for a loop, and just, you don't want to be, you know, a bare naked lady on social media with your soul and be like, this is what, and whatever. Right. Like, if you're having troubles, don't be posting it, because I mean, I promise you, they're gauging every single piece.
Yes. And if it's not
one day,
if it's not them,
one day I went on TikTok on my personal page, and I was like, I am feeling so vulnerable today, or whatever it was. And that was the day he hit me. Boom. He, you know, with a text that just went, pierced my heart. Like, they are watching, trust me.
Yes, they are. Or like I said, they have their flying monkeys. And Cat MWB, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Yeah, we find that, and I find this often. I just I never go back. You know, I'm not. My main thing is, and I try to explain this to people. Once you heal, you stop doing things to get their attention. You're doing it for you. You're healing for you, not for them. I could care less how much they follow me, how much they sit down in their little flying monkey meetings and dissect what I'm saying. I could care less. I'm doing this for me, because in that relationship, I didn't care about me. See, that's the scary part. I stopped caring about me. I was more concerned with getting this person back to the version that I met in the beginning. So I basically, essentially, traded my soul for something that was fake. You know, have any of you ever felt that way? If you feel up to sharing, and put it in the comments if I've actually said something that makes sense.
Well, I mean, I definitely did. I felt like I was, you know, building something with this person.
Right.
And that, okay, I was also gambling with the things that I had.
Okay.
And I knew I was gambling, though. I remember that feeling of like, okay, you're taking a chance, and I'm not really for sure if this is what you should do. Mm-hmm. But I did it anyway, because it felt like we were we had a chance to do something good. Not good, but we had a chance to do something with this, even though it was it was chaotic and crazy, that we could reel it in and do something.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, no,
that was always way off in the distance, right? They always, moved the goalposts. There was no foundation really built from the start.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but was anything foundational for you at all? Anything
well, the foundation that I created in my mind. Yeah. I mean, because I took this person on just about every. I told you, they got a phone call that I thought upset them. And I was like, okay, we're going to change the narrative. So I used everything in my toolkit to actually do that, which was soon met with, I could have did this on my own. I didn't need you to do this. The devaluation, so again, we pour into, based on the initial love bombing, based on what we saw in the beginning, we start pouring ourselves into this person. And like I said, I look back and I was like, well, what could you have done by yourself? I think at one point near the end, I started saying, well, you keep on telling me you could have done all this on your own. Why don't you just do it? Why bring me in? Why utilize what I can do to make it happen for you? Just do it on your own. Never a rational answer. Never a rational answer. So it goes back to your hope and their potential actually is what's keeping you trapped, because you're doing this because you think this person has potential based on the illusion you saw in the beginning. No?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Did I go on a rant?
Definitely. 100%. I don't know. I'm just like, keep going.
I find it, and somebody put something in the comments. Hold on one second. And thank you, Divine, for the gifts and the hearts. I appreciate you. She says they show glimmers at the of the beginning person for a while. Well, that's the intermittent reinforcement. And now, since I should have did this live in the beginning before talking about intermittent reinforcement, because it plays hand in hand. They will show you glimpses of that person, little minute glimpses of that person. They'll say that phrase that's going to make you say, okay, we're back in business. They will act a certain way to make you think that that person is coming back. Again, everything that the narcissist does is calculated. So they know exactly what they're doing, because I can guarantee after you see that glimpse, they go back to devaluing you. Or depending on where you're at in a relationship, there's always three stages. There's the initial love bombing, there's the devaluation, and then there's the discard. It plays out the same. If you've got a narcissist, trust me, discard, if you're still there, if you haven't figured it out yet, the discard is right around the corner. It really is.
If you're in the devaluation stage, the discard's coming. 100%.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't fool yourself.
And they're planning on it already and seeking out other supply.
Yeah. If they go from the slight jabs to full out, disrespect, if they go to full out, you can't do anything, or like mine used to always say, the last one used to always say, I don't need you for anything. I can do it on my own. I am yet. If I go back, I'm trying to figure out what they could do on their own. Honestly. And this is but this is why we had that live. They need you more than you need them. I am still trying to figure out, okay, cool. Maybe they could do this on their own. How? Everything is either a lie, or somebody else told them, or I have a family member that has their PhD in this, and yet and still, if you look at the situation from a I just got love bomb stage, what were they doing before they met you?
Living on the streets.
What were they doing?
It's probably couch surfing with other supplies.
So I'm trying to figure out why, and I think two of them did this to me. How could you throw in my face, you don't need me? That part is fine. I don't really care. I never think myself that high above another person where I am essential to their life. So that part is fine. But to say that after me doing said thing for you, that you didn't need me to do it. Well, shit, I got stuff that I need to do. Save me some time. Tell me, you know what? I can do this on my own. You go ahead and do what you're doing. It doesn't work that way with the narcissist. Hold on, I got some messages.
And the little things that you do for
it.
them aren't even acknowledged. You know, so when we started that company, I put in $6,000 of my money immediately, and I also paid during that time for his little fake custody battle that he used as it was a smear campaign against his ex, and I thought, okay, no, we need to get this child out of there. There's abuse, you know, she's an alcoholic. I thought she was the worst person in the world. I paid for that lawyer. But anyway, I paid $6,000. And then do you think he ever said, oh, thank you for doing that? I admit, you did without you and your money, this would never have happened. No, he jetted out on the business, and he ended up starting his own, about a year later. And of course it failed. It tanked, you know, because these people aren't capable of doing anything without help from somebody else.
Right, and that literally becomes supply. That literally becomes supply. A lot of people don't realize that. Your skill set is a supply, because remember, we always go back to the mask. They need to protect that mask. So if you can do something and everybody sees them as your partner, by default, people start to say, well, that's them. They're doing that. They're not saying that you're doing it, because you're presenting this person throughout the world as your partner, because you've been love bombed.
Yeah.
So
especially if you own a business together, you're representing your business, and this was a family business too. So my sons were working along with me.
Oh, awesome!
And it was good, but that's what he sold me on. Oh, it's a family business. You know, we're gonna do so much better for your family. Imagine what we could do for your family and all this stuff. And I'm like, you know, I'm setting my sons up for something good, something with potential they could take and have their own business.
Yeah, but that's awesome.
That was all a future fake.
Yeah.
And I mean, we all got involved in on it. So that's what I mean by they couldn't do it without the help of other people. There's no way that he would have been able to do any of that on his own.
Right.
Yet when it came down to it, he was the one saying, well, I came in with all this former knowledge. I'm the one who knows how to move things. I'm like, well, it's simple. You just pick things up and you move them from one place to another, you know? Like, we all know ergonomics, or what do you call it? Like, we all know proper body mechanics.
Right.
You know, like, there's more than one way to skin a cat here, bro. You know, I remember saying that to him, but, like, no, he was all high and mighty. This is his thing. It's his company. His professional knowledge.
I'm waiting. You know what? Thank you, Divine. I appreciate you so much. And she says, when I met him, he was in school, living back at his mom's. So me, my fam was a target. Yes, again, supply. And thank you for joining $ Reality. And Fire thank you for joining. I appreciate all of you guys. And please keep the comments popping. You know, because you're looking right now on this panel right now, you're looking at Narc Talks. She actually has gone through this. She is actually healing. We have Narcastic, same thing. Going through this has actually been healing. So we can outline this not from reading textbooks, not from watching other people's videos. This is a lived experience. It really is, you know. And one of the things is, I wish one of their flying monkeys would stop me for a conversation and say, you know what? They really are doing better without you. They're doing this, they're doing this, they're doing this. That never happens. Everybody's more concerned with how I'm doing, how I'm holding up. You know, nobody brings that news where I could just actually get on this live and say, well, maybe I was a little bit wrong. No, this is a pattern. This is a cycle. Okay, and like I believe it was Divine that said Ferris wheel. It literally, that's how it pictures out, with them being the center cog. They're just tentacles reaching out all over the place, trying to draw more people in as supply to fix all the broken things in their life. Don't get it twisted, people. You're holding on to a broken toy. You were trying to play with a mechanical G.I. Joe that all the guts are, there's nothing inside of it. Or a Barbie doll.
That's what it makes me think of, those creepy dolls, you know, that they piece together and they,
right.
You know, like they got like wrong.
Right. You're living with Annabelle. Okay.
And they're empty. They're empty vessels. So what do you think enters into them?
Right. Right. No, you're right.
You know, I really don't feel like going there today, but like, to me, you know, even the carny, he had to answer to someone. That carny had to answer to someone, which was the big boss. And the big boss was playing the even bigger game on everyone.
Yep.
And so they work for someone.
Yeah.
And it's the dark side.
Yeah, it is. Because again, I and this is not me still having hope. Don't get me wrong. I kind of wonder, well, you know, okay, I turned out to be an empath. I understand what Carl Jung said. You know, I understand what many creators said. This is how we became either an empath or a narcissist. But the depths of freaking evil. I mean, literally, like I said, normal people don't wake up in the morning and say, who am I going to hurt today? Normal people don't do that. They go make a cup of coffee, grab something to eat, get ready for work. The first thing on their mind is not somebody's got to pay so that I can push this shame down. This has to be demonic possession. It has to be.
I'm going to say, even after dealing with him, I wake up in the morning, make coffee, and then I have to tell myself I love myself, because that is the false programming that they put you through,
right,
to make you feel like you don't deserve to have a good life, that you don't deserve self-love, you don't deserve a positive outcome.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And like Divine said, you know, he as soon as he woke up, he would start creating chaos.
Yes.
Because you were healed up. You know, when you rest, your nervous system finally gets a chance to be at ease and regulate.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you wake up, like you said, normal people just want to have a good day.
Yeah.
They want to have a good start to the day.
What's wrong
well,
with
they
that?
set out to like destroy that immediately with their little tricks and traps. And,
yeah. It's like, wow. That is really crazy. I'm glad you actually agree with that. Is because many people are in this relationship. They wake up, they start walking on eggshells. You know why? You know, and I hate to come and Grandpa Alice, thank you for joining. You know why you're walking on eggshells. You're looking at them in the bed. You know why. Again, I bring to your attention before we have to look at the common denominator. Okay? Did you have all of this stress before this person came in your life? Yeah, stress is part of life.
No way.
Did you?
No.
Nope.
So that's a common denominator. Did you find yourself what I used to call and tell them, like, what fire drill are we getting me involved in today? Did you wake up and through the day you're sitting up there just waiting for the fire drill? They pick up the phone, you're wondering, okay, what shit show is coming out of this? What's happening from this? Mm-hmm. Did you do that before you met them? No.
Oh, no.
No.
So what's the common dynamic? Have you felt confused with who you are before you met them? No.
No.
So what's the common denominator? What's the common denominator?
Mind control. Brainwashing.
Yes.
He turned me into something. What he did was he came in. Some of these operate differently. Maybe they don't. He came in to build me up, right? Weight loss, weight training, personal training, getting me ripped and shredded. Okay. But he was essentially, no, he was me. He was me. He was living vicariously through me and my body, like my hair, my nails, my dresses. I swear to God, it gets so twisted. I'm not going to even go there. But like, build you up to break you down later, right?
Yes.
He would even like mimic me, like the words I was saying. I think he was trying to become me and then have me become him. That's exactly what Sam Vaknin was talking about. And by the way, I just want to tell you guys how authentic this live is. I went into one of those lives that I've been posting about on my page, you know, where these people claim to be, you know, helping people with narcissistic, the sufferers of whatever the relationships. And I could tell by his content that night that he had just watched Vaknin, because I had just watched his last two videos. And I went in the comments and I'm like, this is literally what Vaknin just talked about on his last YouTube video.
Oh,
boom,
wow.
blocked from the live. Boom, muted. These guys are rip-off artists, and they're trying to sell you a service. We are survivors of narcissistic abuse. We are the real deal here.
Yeah.
All of us care about you. We all want to see you succeed.
Yep.
Please don't go on those lives, because they're not authentic.
Yeah.
I think the authentic lives are smaller. They're like intimate like this. They don't have 150, 200 people listening at a time.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that.
They're peddling a program.
Yeah.
Sorry for my rant.
No.
No,
Please, it's appreciated.
it's true.
No, it's appreciated, and thank you very much. My thing is,
I don't like it because you can't really you can say things, and like they'll trigger me to say a lot of things, and then later on they can use that and they can do content with it, but they don't ever respond. They never respond. Wow. They're just like, okay, yeah, you got this problem. Okay, buy my program, and then they can buy my book. Thing is like, yeah, they know our pain points, and they can play on that. They're just like the Carney. Here we go.
They are. Oh my God, they're the Carney version of TikTok lives for narcissism. Yes, thank you so much. Oh my God. And the thing is they've got their little believers, their little cult believers as their moderators. So they're the ones knocking you out of the live and muting you, right? Not the actual host, because he's too busy blabbing and looking at himself, and arching his eyebrows. So
wow.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Wow. And I guess Divine agrees with you guys. She says that she went into a one person live. I followed and she changed. She was yelling, bullying, and it was shocking. Let me tell you guys something. So I put up my thing for my courses and things that I have going on because it is a nonprofit. I'm not gonna lie, but there is a ton of free stuff. You just got to look at my bio and pick what works.
But there's a difference. You're a genuine human being, and these are not. And you can, and when you have discernment, like we've been gifted with, you can see the difference.
Yeah,
you can feel it. You're having people up on your panel. You're sharing with us. We're making friendships and doing good things here. Those guys, it's a one pony show. They don't have people up in panels. They just sit there and So
well, that's why I do it multi-guest. I think it's better because, again, I can talk until the cows come home, but it's not about me. And this is the only way that we can prove to the masses that, hey, this is a real thing. I didn't just wake up and decide, oh, let me use this word. This is trending right now. No, this is a real thing. And I think the more that we share, the more that we try to help each other, again, it just makes the world, hey, what's up, Boston Jake? Thank you for joining. It makes the world a better place. Like I said, my goal...
No, let's get Boston Jake up, can we?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's try this.
Yeah, can you do it? Because you should be able to do it.
I know. Sorry. All right, let's see. No,
tell me
maybe you should try it.
Okay. Well, I know I can do it. So I got to make sure.
Do it? Tell me how.
Okay, so just click on his name and invite.
I can't do it.
You can't
either.
Okay, I'm going to bring him up. I'm going to bring him up. Hold
You're
on.
going to have to expand our privileges a little
I think I maxed him out. I didn't, I'm not that person. So, and he does have a guest request. So, yeah, I'm trying to get.
Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up, Boston Jake?
What's up, Boston Jake?
Just introduce myself. I'm 8 months narc free.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I had a narcissistic roommate. He was the landlord, owner of the house. He had a lot of power to Scott, and he was covert. But I escaped. I do live streams too. I actually know Narc Talks. She follows me.
Okay.
I follow you too. You don't follow me back yet, but I follow you too.
I'm so sorry. I tried to keep up with him. I'm following back. I feel bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a content creator.
Okay. That's what's up. You got that Boston accent too.
You did that one this morning. I was like, yes. He did a whole reenactment of like a scene with the
my roommate. That was literally that was a role play of how it went down with narcissistic rage with my roommate.
Oh,
so
wow.
you remember everything. It's crazy how you remember all those details because it's like your nervous system gets so they kick the shit out of it. Pardon my language, and like you just remember those details. It's crazy, and like it's just like their fragile egos are so pathetic. I tell everybody the narcissist behind the mask is the little 2-year-old we can't stand standing behind at a bank screaming, wanting a lollipop.
Or on an airplane flight, yeah.
Yep, that's who they are. They're so freaking salty. I got narcissistic rage triggered for asking, why are you offering me unsolicited favors and making them unconditional, but then making them conditional the next day? And he went, don't you ever disrespect me that way. I was like,
it's always tit for tat. They are so transactional.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Grandpa Allie, am I saying that right? How are you doing today?
It's interesting, though, because there are people who have narcissistic traits, and then there are people that are diagnosed with NPD. But it's like interesting, the people who have narcissistic traits are undiagnosed. So like they haven't actually been diagnosed. It's so interesting because I tell a lot of people, like, you can be arrogant, but that doesn't mean you're a narcissist.
Correct.
I think narcissism, if you don't have remorse, accountability, or empathy,
right,
that's what makes you a human being emotionally. And if you lack those three, that's narcissism.
Yeah, I tend to go with the 5. I kind of look at the DSM-5, and I actually, now that I'm not hypervigilant anymore, I kind of give people a break. You know, you've got to hit 5 of those criteria before I just pull out the scissors and cut you out my life. Because some people are just slightly dysfunctional.
They're toxic.
Yeah, or they're toxic. Yeah, or they're the haters of the world. But that doesn't make them narcissists.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Like, I try to explain this to a lot of people in my community. Because a lot of people in my community are saying, oh, this is a narcissist, that's a narcissist. And I had to explain, like, there are 6 different types of narcissistic personality disorder. And I mean, I had the covert. So the covert was the psychological. So he was the calm one. And it's like it's the more convincing one because
the more trickier one.
Yeah, because they gaslight the hell out of you, man.
Yep.
This dude had me convinced that my dad abandoned me as a kid. And I'm like thinking in my head, I have memories of a father, but he's telling me that my dad abandoned me. When he says it on repeat, you realize how fragile your mind and your nervous system is.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting by myself in isolation, trying to pick what's real and what's not real. I'm like thinking, what the hell, Jake? I had a dad. I used to go to Red Sox games with him.
Right.
Why am I thinking this guy's narrative is real?
Right.
Yeah, he was reprogramming you, 100% reprogramming you.
Yep. No, you're right. Let me just get through this point, and I'm going to send the floor back over to you. I think part of the reason why we get trapped is because as empaths, and I think Boston Jake just talked a little bit about this, we seek understanding and meaning. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah. I agree. And I mean, for me, I'm neurodivergent, so I have ADHD.
Okay.
So I'm one of the people that I was one of the people that they target, because narcissists will target people pleasers.
Yeah.
Because they'll love bomb you and they'll make you think like, wow, this is the best I've ever felt.
Yep.
But they do it on purpose to make you think that you met something you've been chasing after your whole life because you just want approval.
Yep.
And then it's like a high. I tell everybody, I know this sounds inappropriate. Narcissistic abuse is like doing a stimulant, like someone doing cocaine or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Because you chase after.
Yeah. Yep.
But we talk about that often, right, guys?
It's the same.
Yeah. We become addicted to them. We do.
We do.
Yep, all the time.
What do you have to say about
when they're
And I love
we
the way you
look
said
for it.
Jake, about they know.
What happened? Where'd you go?
I'm here.
I like the way you said that we're looking for approval. Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm here.
Hello?
I hear you.
Hello?
I'm in the garage.
Hello.
I'm here.
Okay. So, we'll wait for you to come. Yeah, I see your signal dropped.
It said poor.
Yeah, you can see your
Yeah, it says
signal
poor
thing is on
connection.
red.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mel Talks. Jump in while she gets someplace stable.
Okay. I was about to go off too. I don't remember now.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
So
I know it was something Jake said though.
Empaths seek understanding and meaning. This is part of the reason why we get trapped. Your thoughts on that?
Like quicksand.
Okay. Yeah, so especially if they share their traumas with you, you know, they're like, oh, well, I was beaten when I was a kid and I was this and that. And you do try to seek understanding with them. You try to go, oh, okay, so that's why you flip out. That's why you can't accept love. So, okay, well, we're going to work with that.
Exactly. Like, it's like he was giving me crap because my mom, he thought my mom spoiled me. It's like, what? Because my mom got me Christmas presents on Christmas morning? That makes me a bad person.
Right? Are you jealous?
Yeah.
Are you jealous? Your mom sucked.
I think, and I don't know your situation, Boston Jake, and I thank you for sharing, but I think part of that is the isolation factor. They need to, and this is done in the beginning too. In hindsight, you'll see that they, Narcastic heading into work. Okay, have a great day. I think we'll find that part of the initial game plan is to separate you from those support tethers that you've had in your life before you met them. You know, you start telling them about how this person was there for you, and you know your 5 friends that are your day ones, like from ever, and you're telling them this, and these are the people that they start to target in your mind. Like, oh no, this person can bring you
much
up
information we give them. We give them way too much information, and we think that they're normal human beings. And what will happen is like they'll start to weaponize it against you, because I tell everybody the narcissist wants to be your dad, he wants to be your friend, and he wants to be either your relationship partner or your relationship coach. He wants to make you a public friend. Or she wants to make you a public friend.
The control factor.
Yeah, when you guys are bringing this up, it reminds me of a time when I first met him. He had this box. He opened up this box and he started. It's like, you know, the show and tell session. You know, like, oh, he was showing me all his little trinkets and things that he gathered along his path, and you know, and it painted a picture of him as being like a really cool person. I remember feeling like I wanted to share more about me, but I also remember feeling like, wait, why does this feel so calculated? You know, like,
right? And then they make it seem like the world owes them everything because they do so much.
Oh my God. Let me read this from Changes, and thank you for joining us, Changes. She says, I definitely am addicted, and I have never been so shocked someone that could have that cruelty in them. This is where we all end up. And I'm not making light of your situation. We all end up, that shock that hits us. Okay, I guess she decided to take the day off. I don't know, now Cassie's trying to come back in.
I'll put it this way, it's a mind, F-U-C-K. It's a mind, F-U-C-K.
Yeah.
I didn't even do that.
And it's just like, but when you heal, your nervous system is more fine-tuned than it was before.
Yes.
Like, I'm noticing things in friendships that people have known for 20 years that are one-sided and they're toxic. I'm seeing toxicity in some family members. And it's like, you just have this superpower now.
But what do you have to do first, Boston Jake? Because people need to understand that this is something that I said. This is why healing is essential. That's the only thing they left you was that superpower. Go ahead, please.
Exactly. Because it's okay to love yourself.
Yeah. They make you think that it's not. I don't know why.
No, they do. And they just, oh, God. They think they're awesome.
Akila says, my ex-trauma bond about being abandoned as a child now has done the same to our children. I really think they want you to suffer as much as they have.
Yeah.
I think they want everyone else to have the same plate, and they feel like everyone deserves that.
Yes.
Yeah, they're jealous.
They're jealous of everyone, and again, we have to. Some people are saying this, which I'm glad. In the comments, is that this is you keep on thinking you're dealing with a functional human being. You think that you're not. You're not this person. Yes, and as empaths, we do. We expect that people kind of do the right thing when confronted with doing the right thing. This is not the narcissist's way. The narcissist has one goal: constant supply, constant validation.
And they don't have a moral compass in a soul. They don't have a moral compass in a soul.
Right. You gotta. This is why I tell people, give up the ghost. Okay, you're carrying Casper the Friendly Ghost around in your back pocket. It's not gonna happen. Give it up. And I know it's harsh. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just.
They're not gonna change.
They're never going to change. And that's the thing, is that I learned that because mine was a friendship. And I'll be honest, I was very naive. I thought narcissistic abuse only applied to relationships. I didn't think one heterosexual male could abuse another heterosexual male. I didn't think that was possible. And then it happened to me. And then I'm starting to question things with this distorted delusions that he was planting in my head. But when I escaped, it took me about 4 or 5 months to get my feet back on the ground, and I'm still scared. I'm about to start his job, and I'm about to go back out in the world. Okay, this guy robbed me of a chance to date last year. I had to go out and try to date women again. Okay. And but I look at this superpower, and I think, you know what? It's going to make me a better person. Because I'm going to find someone that I'm really going to love, and that's going to really love me back. There you go.
There you go. I love it. I want you guys to Changes put this down, and thank you, Changes, and Creature Loving Jedi. Thank you for following me, and thank you for joining us. And
Minister, I gray rocked though. That was the thing. I gray rocked, so I didn't react to the abuse, and he went crazy.
Oh, they hate that.
Yeah,
they hate that. So,
have you ever seen The Shining? It was like living with Jack Nicholson in the last.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's what it felt like.
I like that movie too.
There's a movie for my list. I gotta watch some more movies.
Yeah, it's like your instincts are telling you you're in danger, but your mind's gaslighting you, telling you that you're overreacting.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
So let me just get this comment from Changes. I am struggling, even knowing what he is. I keep hoping there is a human in there. See, I'm not gonna go in. I'm gonna let you guys handle this. Go ahead and handle that, cause you see that word that she put.
They are empty. They are empty. Yeah. They have nothing to work with because of their trauma that they experienced when they were children. So they have, and if they have anything, like I just said, since they're empty, they can also get possessed by dark forces. Yeah. And I think that's something people don't talk about.
Yeah.
Yep. And so they will allow those dark forces in for power.
Yeah.
And I've watched mine go downhill.
Yeah.
It's like living in a haunted house.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead, take that, boss.
It's like the movie Poltergeist. It's like Carol Ann.
And anything that you saw that was human was just them mirroring back you to yourself.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep. They want to mirror you because they're jealous of you. For me, he was jealous that I was good in sales. He was jealous that I know how to flirt with women. He was jealous that I know how to talk to women. Right. Because he was a womanizer. He was a predator. And he basically did not like the fact that I got in his way. So when I went out with him and he saw that I could do it, he measured the goalpost to guarantee my failure by offering me advice guaranteeing failure.
Yeah. Akila, I'll be back on at 8. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. But yeah, guys, you know, that word, hope. What are you hoping for? This person, again, I tell people this constantly. I'm not coming at anybody. I'm not trying to pinpoint anyone's pain, but this person is showing you by their very actions that they don't have your best interests in mind. Once you see through the fog, that is the first brick that comes from the other side of the fog. This person never really cared about me. This person really didn't care about this relationship. And this person really didn't care about the love that I was giving them. That's the first brick that hits you. And yet and still, we hope that we can bring them back around. You can't.
Nope, can't.
You can't. This is research. This is not me. Lee Hammond just made a video. I talked about this last night, where he said he's been in therapy for 9 years, and he believes that he's still not healed.
You do heal. You have to love yourself first. You have to accept what happened. Yeah. And you have to learn to love yourself, because you know what? It's not your fault what happened to you. You didn't do anything wrong. It's all them.
Yeah. You know, stop.
You will get. I mean, you just Changes said she was a Pollyanna happy woman beforehand. That's. I mean.
But she can go back to being that. But this is how
you are still that person.
Yes, it didn't go anyplace. They just gaslit you into thinking, because that is what made them hate you. See, the narcissist is always attracted to the things that they can never embody. That's what attracts them. Huh?
Always remember that. You're a wonderful person, James.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything wrong. You have a light, and you wanted a shadow of that light.
Yeah. Okay, so if you go in the woods, okay, you're going on a hiking trip, you're having a great time, and you get home and there's a tick on your leg. Did you do anything wrong? Did you?
No.
The narcissist is that parasite.
Collar socks.
Yeah, well, you could have done that, but sometimes they still
Next time
find a
I
way.
will.
They find a way sometimes. But this is essentially that's the narcissist. You were having a good day on your hiking trip, and then you picked up a parasite. Are you the bad guy for that?
No, you're invaded. It's invasive.
There you go. So look at your narcissistic dynamic. Again, you're probably going to find a way to get the tick off, and then you're going to squash it. Okay, you're not going to do a capture and release. You're going to squash it. Okay, the narcissist is that parasite. They are trying to drain you of what's good. The tick wants your sanguine fluid, and the narcissist wants everything that's good inside of you. So do the same thing. Once you get clarity, get the tweezers, get rid of it, and go on with your life. You don't stop. You if you're a person that does trails and hiking and mountain climbing and all that stuff, you don't stop because you picked up one tick. You adjust. As she said, you put on long socks.
I probably won't go there anymore
either. You learn lessons. And
yes.
You see toxicity. And you basically, these guys are parasites. These girls are parasites because they're female narcissists too.
Well, trust me, I know.
A lot of covert female narcissists. A lot of them.
Yeah.
And, it's one of those things. Changes. Listen, Changes. You're a wonderful person. All right. And I'm so sorry that happened to you. I've been there. I've felt it. But when you accept what happened, and you learn to love yourself because it wasn't your fault, you will thrive, and you will, oh my God, you are going to be the master magician because you're going to see a toxic person before anybody else. Yep. You're going to see them all the way around the road, around the corner, 2 steps over, before anybody even looks at them.
The only damn thing they give us. But you got to heal.
You gotta accept.
And then your blocked list will grow. Believe me. Your blocked list is gonna grow.
Friends, the ones who didn't show up. Because I'll tell you this: I listen to Mel Robbins. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Mel Robbins. Mel Robbins is a podcast. Right? Mel Robbins said you have the let them theory. The let them theory is when you have people in your corner, you don't have any control of what other people and how other people react. So you get your circle gets smaller because you just let them, because people are in control of what they do. They have a phone, they know you're struggling, and you just know who to cut out, who not to cut out. Because the people who show up are the ones that you know are really in your corner. And surprisingly, people I would never expect were the ones that are in my corner. And shame on the ones that I've known 20 years who had to cut off. Yeah. I called and it happened. I never heard from them again. Okay, let them. Okay, let me cut them out. Let them be in control of what they do, because I can't control what decisions people make.
Right. No, that's deep right there. That's deep right there. And what decisions do you control? Your own, correct?
Your own, because it's your own destiny. So it's your life and your life only.
Yeah, and this is why, guys, you see I constantly put up the courses and stuff. But like I said, I have a whole blueprint in my bio with a lot of free tools. Okay. In fact, and Narc Healing Journey can't come up. Okay, I got you. Narc Talks is actually having a workshop this weekend. Make sure that you follow her. I kind of like you, Boston Jake. Make sure you follow that guy too. But yeah,
I think we should remember those who didn't make it too, because narcissistic abuse has a very high you-know-what rate.
Yeah,
and it's very sad.
Yeah, it is, and this is why I do this. This is why I do this.
I looked at it; it's like 20%.
Yeah, yeah. It's insane the numbers of people that do the unthinkable, because they can't get their brain to lock onto the fact of, I love this person with everything that I could love them with, and they treated me this way, or they discarded me, or they treated me so violently crazy that I had to leave. And some people can't reconcile that in their mind, and that's one of the reasons why I do what I do. I don't want anybody to feel like there's no hope. So we get to the basics. This is one of those basics. It was an illusion. No matter how much you try to tell yourself that it wasn't, and that your narcissist was different, and you can fix them, and this, that, and the other, it makes no sense, because they live within a pattern. What we're trying to do is, we're trying to show you the pattern so you can break the pattern and set yourself free, because your life didn't become a shit show until they came into it. 99% of the time. I can guarantee you. So with that being said, like I said, Narc Talks, go ahead and follow her. She's got a workshop coming up. It's free. Go ahead and talk about it, Nautos, because I gotta go ahead and get some coffee. Good. I'm gonna give you guys the floor.
Okay, so Somatic Saturdays, we will talk a little bit about the narcissistic dynamic, but mostly we're going to focus on how it affects our nervous system, and then we'll together do some somatic tools to help us to reset our nervous system and to get back to flow.
I like that, and it's just to chime in. It's really important to love yourself and to understand these patterns so you can avoid these people, because people lose their life to this, and it's important to make sure, because you can save a life. I'll give you an example. You guys ever heard of the band Linkin Park? Chester Bennington, the lead singer, was narcissistically abused. He took his life on July 20th, 2017. Chester Bennington was one of them. And his music, if you ever listen to Linkin Park, it's all about narcissistic abuse. All of his music.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Yep, if you ever check it out. The song Numb.
I will.
By Linkin Park. Listen to that song again and you're going to relate to it.
What was it? Song Numb or Young?
Numb.
Remember?
Okay, yeah.
I've become so numb.
I remember the song.
Oh, yes.
I like Linkin Park.
Okay.
Can't you see that you're smothering me, holding too tightly?
Okay, I'm gonna have to mute you, Boston Jake. Hey, Boston Jake, I'm gonna have to mute you, bro.
Yep. We should have a movie night, guys. We should definitely do something like that. I don't know if we could somehow.
Yeah, I think I can do it if I do. I wanted to do my audiobook one Saturday, but I'm like in the middle of transferring the course into a full book. So that's like killing my weekends. But yeah, we have to find a way. And thank you for joining us today, Boston Jake. You got anything coming up?
Hopefully a job, guys. Cross your fingers for me. I'm applying the jobs, and I'm about to get back out in the real world. And I think this job that I interviewed for is really gonna work. I mean, I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm trying to be optimistic, but I'm ready to go back out in the world. And I'm a little scared, but I know that I have this power now, and that, you know, trust me, dating's next. That's gonna be interesting. Cool. But that's gonna be it.
Okay.
At the same time.
Okay.
Nice. That's good. That's positive. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely keep you in my thoughts for that one.
Yeah, definitely. I got you in my prayers. Tomorrow we are actually doing Forget the Narcissist Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, that's actually like my favorite thing, it seems like, for Fridays. What we're going to be talking about is accepting the radical truth, and we're going to be using the Matrix. Okay, I get to geek out, so I'm extremely happy. Yeah, we're going to use the Matrix as a guide or a blueprint to help us understand why it's important to accept the truth instead of living in the illusion, no matter how comforting that illusion is. You know, so make sure you join us, because this is what we go through. It's the comfort in the illusion. That's what we keep on reaching back for. That illusion. Never think that the narcissists didn't know what they were doing. They have been doing this for decades. If you're in your 40s, yeah, they know exactly what they're doing. You know, and that's tomorrow changes. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. That's Forget the Narcissist.
2 p.m. I'm marking on my calendar.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you joining. You know, but this is what we do here. You know, and thank you for joining us, Boston Jake. You have some great insights, and that's what we need here. We need people that bring insights, bring the real to the table, okay? Because there's too many of us out there that are suffering through this, and they're still trying to do the empath thing and fix things. And once you
they are wolves in sheep's clothing.
Yeah,
they are. They're all the same person. It's like a Jim Carrey movie. Different story, but same character every time.
Right?
It's so true.
Oh my God, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy, but
isn't that not right? That's literally what it is.
No, you're right.
To this pattern.
You're right. I agree with you. I agree with you.
It's like, and I used to listen to some females talk about, oh, my narcissist did this, and I'd be like, is that my ex? Because it sounds just like him. Like,
yeah.
And then I realized, oh, these are the same they do the same thing across the line.
Exact thing.
Yeah.
I don't know when
Different story, same person.
When the trauma
I
forges
actually
them.
believe they were talking about my true ex.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, this.
I think when the trauma forges them, I think they walk down into the foyer and there's like a glowing book there and says, "This is what you do for the rest of your life, my child." I don't know because it is literally the same exact playbook. The only thing that changes is names and faces.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So, guys,
Narcissistic Abuse Awareness Day is June 1st.
We got to do something special for that day.
I'm thinking purple bracelets. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
no, when is June 1st? Hold on. What day is June 1st? Because I think that should be like all day live where we just jump on each other lives.
Yeah, the color's purple.
Oh, nice.
I think that would be freaking awesome. So that's a Monday.
Yep,
but
June
I
1st.
can make it work. Huh?
I could definitely do lives on Mondays. I have Mondays off.
Okay. What about you, Boston Jake? Well, you don't know yet.
I mean, I might have a job, but I'm not sure. It's kind of up in the air. But I mean, I'm loyal to this because you guys are the only people that get it. When I first got out of this, I felt like the whole world didn't understand what I went through. Everybody was telling me to get over it. No. All my friends were like, move on. But then I came on TikTok, and I finally found like people were empathizing me and relating to what I was going through. And, it's really hard. Like, it's a very lonely healing experience.
Yeah.
That's why I think of people like, imagine growing up, having this happen in the 90s without the internet. Think of those poor souls who didn't have anywhere to go.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
They're gone now.
Hey, Noctos, add him to our group. Let's figure out what we're going to do June 1st. We got to do something like super awesome, to help people understand this. Okay.
I'll make sure I make a purple background for mine. I haven't gotten my lives going yet, but I will be going Friday through Monday. So.
Oh, get out of here!
I'm gonna make a post in honor of those who lost. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a post on my content. I did one a month ago, and I was actually really sad. I had me in tears because people were like, "I lost my sister to it. I lost my cousin to it." And I thought to myself, "These people, we just need to keep these people. They don't have a voice anymore. It's our job to give them a voice."
Yes. Yep.
Just for their families, because of what their families went through.
Yeah. With that being said, I'll be back at 8. Talks, make sure you add them to our group. And yeah, guys, here's the deal. Okay, there's a lot of things that Boston Jake and Talks brought up today that is important. Too many people are being left by the wayside that are dealing with this. Okay, way too many. As you know, if you follow Aim My Lives, my goal is to have as many empaths, boots on the ground, skin in the game, to actually try to heal this world. The narcissist isn't going to fix anything. The narcissist is not going to make the world a better place. So I need my fellow empaths out there, and you can't do it until you heal. You can't.
Exactly.
So I need you guys to heal. And this is why I do it. Again, I'm not even going to put up the little pinup thing. Go to my bio. There's free resources for you to actually enjoy and get clarity. Make sure you follow Boston Jake. Make sure that you follow Narc Talks and Narcastic. The reason why I do...
Dr. Ramani is a really good source.
I know. I've been watching her the last couple of days. I love her.
She is so good.
I love her. I do. I really do. Yeah. So what I need you guys to do is I need you guys to stay powerful. I need you to keep healing. And the reason why I do everything that I do, love you guys. Have a great day. Hopefully I'll see you tonight at 8. All right?
That's real love.
Guys.
All right. Take it easy, guys.